What is the happy haps, ladies and gentlemen of the holotables? How are we all doing? It is Friday, and you know what that means. That's right, you're about to get galactically challenged with me, your bald-headed boy Scribble. Let's do this. Today we find ourselves on Ilum, facing off against a Zori Bliss resistance team, and it's actually not so bad, but if you want to try and do this and you do not have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, the Galactic Legend, I would just settle for not getting the max crate, because it is not going to happen. Let these foolish dreams die, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the global modifier then. Test of strength, which is exactly what I have to do every single day when I get out of bed. Essentially, we start with 10 stacks of hesitation. What does hesitation do? It reduces our offense, so it's nasty, and we cannot assist or gain bonus turn meter whilst we have hesitation. Every time we use a special ability, it's going to remove 1 stack of hesitation, and when we've removed all 10 stacks of hesitation, we get absolute pinpoint post-hesitation clarity, ladies and gentlemen, which gives us more tenacity, more offense. Whenever debuffs are resisted, we're going to stack crit chance and crit damage for the rest of the battle, and of course, we do not have to worry about not gaining bonus turn meter or getting any assists. Wonderful. We've got a modifier for our first order that is called Blind Fury. Whenever a first order ally is gaining advantage, they lose 20% crit chance, but gain 35% critical damage, which means, hey, we're going to hit pretty hard. Isn't that nice? Also, if a first order does not score at least 1 critical hit in their turn, they're going to gain advantage for 2 turns until the end of the turn that they did not already crit, or some nonsense. Basically, if you don't crit, you're going to get advantage, which means you're going to crit. Every time you get advantage, you're gaining extra crit damage, and then you're going to lose crit chance, but it's okay because you've got advantage, and that basically means you're always going to crit. Long story short, guys, crits, alright? Yeah, find the crit. Okay, Fearless Fortitude is the modifier for our opponents. Whenever an enemy resists a detrimental effect from a resistance ally, they're going to get a heal over time for 1 turn, which is great, because what this team needs is more survivability. And whenever a resistance ally gains a buff, they're also going to gain 5% potency, crit chance, and crit damage until the end of battle, and 10% turn meter. Now, that turn meter gain they can't obviously get because of the hesitation stacks. Feats, then. We need to win with a full team of First Order, we need to win without having any tanks, and we need to win after gaining stealth 10 times. I'm going to break this up into a couple of sections. First and foremost, if we are using a 0 slacker setup, just go ahead and do it in like tier 6, guys. Honestly, 0 slacker setup is tier 6 all the way. I would imagine that crew lead is probably going to be a better choice than Hux lead, because we can't really benefit from Hux's leadership too much, no assists and all that. But we will throw in an OG Kylo Ren, and maybe we'll throw in First Order Officer or something like that, or maybe you could go for more. We're just going to find out. We're going to just send it and hope for the best, alright? So, I imagine what you could do is you could use this to dispel the stealth over here on Zori Bliss, and then we could like strip turn meter away from this. Maybe we could look to get some stuns. Nice, there's a good stun. We'll use some AoEs as they don't have any of that retribution. Let's also stun her because I don't like her face. And they're going to start their turn meter training. So, let's see if we can get some... No, of course not. I was hoping that we'd be able to get some stun action going on here. Hey, we got some stun action going on here. Now, this isn't going to give us any turns because we cannot gain turn meter. Hux's turn meter swap is different because it's a turn meter swap, so you don't generate turn meter, you just get swapped with someone else. I'm just going to try and get all the stuns in the world. Let's dispel, and of course, that causes Finn to taunt, and then we miss because we're as blind as a bat. Stuns for everybody. See, even this, with my full relic setup over here, is still relatively difficult to actually get anything done. Well, there we go, we killed someone. It should be relatively easy from here on in. Let's just go ahead and do a big old boom. And let's get rid of any buffs. And let's see, can we stun? Oh, we can, isn't that lovely? So I think we can just put it on auto from here, and we should be able to win. Let's try and focus it down on Zori Bliss first and foremost, because she is the most irritating character that's left on this field. And there you go. I would not lose any here over trying to get this done at any higher tier. We can make up the remaining keycards just by going in at tier 10 to get the remaining feats done. But, of course, before we do that, we will jump over to the top tier, and we'll just show you how you can get full First Order with no tanks by just using Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So we'll go Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, we'll use you, who else should we take in? We'll use you, and then, I don't know, who does it matter? I don't think it does. It's a little bit different at this tier, of course, because they do a lot more damage. All we care about is surviving, though, so if we can survive, then everybody's going to be happy. Oh, we actually managed to get a stun there. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that in the slightest. Let's just see if we can get lots of stuns across the board. Complete control of the enemy team, that is what we are looking for. It'd be great if we could just get rid of that Finn boy. Yeah, let's go ahead and swipe and steal that mastery. And then we'll just use AoEs, even though it's going to hurt our max health. Let's get rid of buffs. And let's poke on the big bag bro Finn once again. Let's cleanse those debuffs. Let's accidentally stun the person that's already stunned. And then let's defeat him. Oh, wonderful. That's, I'd say that's pretty good. So, ooh, yeah, let's just go into ultimate. I was thinking, do I go for the stun here on Finn to get rid of the taunt? I probably should have. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, and all that business. No stuns there. We lost the character. It's a big, sad opportunity. We're probably going to lose a few more, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get the stun. That's going to cleanse all the buffs. Let's remove turn meter, I guess. Let's go ahead and start swiping away for fame and glory. Ultimately, like I said, doesn't actually matter what we do here, provided we win. That's all that matters. Let's swipe on the stunned unit so that we can gain additional mastery there. Let's go ahead and poke, just for good measure. Oh, he poked out of existence. So basically, guys, if you've got Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you're not going to have a hard time completing. You don't need any tanks. All we really have to worry about now, then, is how do we do this without tanks and gaining stealth? So I'm going to give you a couple of options. First, I'll start off with... Let's start off with like an easy one. Let's go in with Darth Maul. We'll have a Darth Maul leadership. He's an attacker, and we'll go Darth Bane. Okay, now I know a lot of you are not going to have Darth Bane, but I want to get this one out of the way nice and quickly. You go in, you probably just hit auto. I imagine this has got no tanks, and you're gaining stealth. 2 lots of stealth at the start of the battle. Every time they crit you, you're also going to be gaining stealth. And, you know... Bane is probably just going to carry the rest of the battle, I would assume. We're going to find out. We're going to find out right about now. Now, obviously, not everybody or very few people are actually going to have Bane available. Don't worry, I have solutions for people that don't have Bane. It's not that big of an issue. I just thought we might as well get the Bane out of the way nice and early, because this does everything that we need. We're gaining boatloads of stealth. There's absolutely no tanks. And Bane, in fact, is just on another level. He is quite literally built different. So there we go. The enemy has started to die over here. I do find it funny. Let's make sure that the AI isn't doing silly things like targeting people it doesn't need to. Sucky goes Bane with the Gluck Gluck 9000. He's very good, well practiced with that. He is an ancient Sith Lord after all. Waiting for Zori to come back out of stealth so that we can actually do some damage to her. Oh, there we go. She's out of stealth. Go on, pop Zori off. Get her. She's done. Alright, cool. Now, what does surprise me about tier 10 is the enemy Finn, the leader Finn, has got ungodly levels of max health. Like, look at this guy. He's like, no, I will not die. You can't make me. And I'm like, dear Lord, how much health have you got, good sir? I've been siphoning off all your max health for about 4 minutes. We do eventually get there, though. So that's, you know, no tanks and full stealths and all that business. But we can take the same approach just by leaving Darth Maul in there. Darth Maul's leadership needs the Zeta for this to work, of course. And we'll throw in some Sith allies. Let's go in with Darth Revan. He's not a tank. Let's go in with Traya. She's not a tank. Basti. She's not a tank. And then maybe Nihilus, you know, for some annihilating goodness. The great thing about Darth Maul's leadership, if he's got that Zeta, everybody starts stealthed, of course, but you're gaining 20% turn meter. And Nihilus, with all these people, with these stacks of hesitation, that's a locked debuff. That means everybody is guaranteed to have their cooldowns increased. Isn't that wonderful? Let's fear everybody. Let's put her under that fear nonsense, and let's start working on Res Hero Finn. Who do I... yeah, let's go ahead and isolate on OG Finn lead over here so you can never taunt. Yeah, I don't mind knocking Zori out of that fear. We're going to get round to an annihilate from Nihilus very, very quickly, I feel. There it is. Let's just get rid of Zori. Bye, Zori. Nice knowing you, honey. And then focus on Res Hero Finn, I guess. I guess it kind of makes sense. The enemy is already pretty well controlled, truth be told. Hey, that rhymes. So I think we're going to be okay. Another mass sucky suck coming out of Nihilus. That's just what the doctor ordered. I think, again, we're still taking the same approach here, guys. Whenever they crit us, we are going to be gaining stealth. which is... Oh, I should have really done that on OG Finn. We're going to be gaining stealth, which is going to feed into that that 10 stealth count that we had. We started off with 5 stealth, so we only need to be crit like 5 times in total. Like, there's another dodge. If you dodge, you also gain stealth, so it's kind of nifty. It's definitely kind of nifty. Mass shocks over here. We're nearly round to another Annihilate from Nihilus. As you can see, guys, it's really not so much of a deal. I'm not going to decrease the cooldowns on Nihilus just yet because he's about to Annihilate anyway, and it would feel like a little bit of a waste. So let's just Annihilate OG Finn because we know how chonky he is. Then we can do Isolate over here and decrease the cooldowns on Nihilus to get him back around to more sucky suck gluck gluck action and some more Annihilate-y action as well. Putting it on full auto, it looks like we're not even going to lose a unit here. How embarrassing for our friends in the Resistance. They can't even take out a bunch of Sith Lords. What are they even doing with their lives? No idea, truth be told, guys, but this will get you another option for no tanks as well as all of the stealths. I'll give you one more solution, though, with no tanks and all of the stealths, just in case you don't happen to have a Darth Maul leadership or you don't happen to have, I don't know, a no tanks variant that's available to you. So, Teebo lead is an absolutely fantastic way of gaining stealth on your team. Essentially, his leadership, you don't need him geared up or anything, is allies have a 55% chance to gain stealth for 1 turn at the beginning of their turns and a 50% chance to gain turn meter at the end of their turns. So the turn meter stuff, we're not going to worry about, but if you're going with Teebo lead and you try and take in your most powerful Sith Lords, I mean, you can go Slacker, obviously, if you really wanted to. Actually, yeah, I mean, we could do that. We could just show Slacker off because it's his Galactic challenge after all. So let's just go Slacker and some First Order allies, I guess, just so that we can show it off. We'll go in with no tanks again. But yeah, basically, 55% chance to gain stealth at the start of turn. Doesn't matter who you take in as your ally, it's just we have a flat chance to gain stealth. So we'll just have a look and see what happens. Are we going to gain any stealths at the start of our turn? Let's see if we can get some stuns. Wonderful. There we go. We've got a stealth over here. Let's start siphoning. Why the devil not? Stealthed. Isn't that wonderful? Let's pass the turn back over here. Let's see, what can we do? We can just get an extra stun to get rid of some of the buffs. And then let's just... more stealths. Look at all these stealths that are going on here. I don't even know what I'm doing with Teebo. I will be honest. I don't think anybody really knows what Teebo actually does. I think they think he's more of just a myth than anything. Look at all this stealth that we've got right now. Isn't that a wonderful sight to see? Let's just try and focus on Res Hero Finn because I don't like his face very much. They can't counterattack me if I'm stealthed. Wonderful. Yeah, let's go into Ultimate. No reason not to, ladies and gentlemen. No reason not to go into Stealth. There we go, they've lost 1 unit. Isn't that wonderful? Can we stun Zori? We cannot. Can we shoot Zori in the face? We can. Let's go ahead and just start swiping. Oh, how sad. How sad we lost our unit. Let's see. Yeah, well, he's got damage immunity right now, so let's see the end of that. There's no point doing the turn meter swap just yet. So let's go ahead and swipey on Zori for no good reason. And let's just keep on using our specials back into the ultimate then, because that's what I like. Sure, let's dispel some buffs, and we can go ahead and swipey on Zori. She's done. Swipey on Finn. He's done. Swipey on Finn. He's done. So there you go. That will also get you no tanks, full stealths, and everybody has a jolly good time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all personally for taking the time to watch this video with me. If it was useful to you, please let me know in the comments section down below and give me a little bit of a like and a subscribe, and that would be fantastic. Huge shout out to my wonderful patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for your continued support. I'll see you in the patron chat, baby. And I will see everybody else here in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.